Hi Ellie, just taking a look at this. I'm going to check and make sure, yep, you're in CMYK color mode. I'm going to look at your image, top menu, canvas size. Actually, let me redo that. Image, canvas size. We're going to put this in inches. So you are in 8.5 by 11. That's good. That's great. You have one clipping mask, and that is awesome. Let's double click on this. This is a smart object. So push OK. And you can actually make, oh, so you have done some levels adjustments, color balance. Okay, so you've done a little bit there. Cool. And you saved that, oops, and brought that in. And I do like this image of the road. It's quite nice. It's basically just a matter of adding in some extra elements to your, and you did do a, looks like you did some sort of a color balance here. Although it's not really doing much, but I think you can change this maybe. Maybe you might have to do it to like shadows maybe. Maybe the color balance is not really, sure, maybe it's not working because, oh, didn't have that on. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Oh, okay. That made that change. But it doesn't seem to be doing much to this image. I mean, it is a little bit with this. That's literally the only thing that it's affecting, though. Maybe it's because you... Oh, I think you have some sort of thing maybe masked out. So if I go under here and go to invert... Yeah, there's something goofy going on here. Maybe you did want that there. I'm not sure. But there is a mask on this, it looks like. Some sort of clipping mask. With that dot being the only thing masked out. So you might want to, I don't know if you want that there. Maybe you wanted to bring in some kind of thing that looked like the sun or something. But if not, you know, you can start over and just do another color balance, I believe, and that will affect the whole image. But there was just some kind of weird thing happening there, but I think that's what it is. If you just start over, you should be able to still do the color balance, and you have you on top, so that won't affect you. And I made it more blue or whatever you want to do with your color balance. Also, yeah, just adding in some sort of element to this, maybe. If you have another interest or a shape that you could put this inside of, like a circle or maybe a coffee mug. If you like coffee, you could put this image of you in the road into a coffee mug from like an aerial view, or I can't remember what your thumbnails look like, but just some ideas of how to mix it up a little bit. Another thing that's bothering me that I don't know why, but like this sign is bothering me, you could potentially use the clone stamp tool, get on that, and option and select. Why is this not working? Oh, so it can't be a smart object, and so you can say convert it to a non-smart object. But you can actually zoom in if you want to remove it. You don't have to, but and you can sample from these by pushing Option or Alt on a Windows, Option on a Mac, and you can just sample from the bushes to the right. And just bring them over, and then I'll sample this lighter color here to kind of bring those over and blend this out. Some of it you kind of have to make up a little bit, but you can do a decent job. As long as you're sampling off to the right here, don't go over the fence post because then you'll start sampling the fence post. But no, we can actually get rid of this. So yeah, and you can change the size of this up here. You can change the opacity and the flow, which helps to blend it a little bit more. This is kind of the manual way of doing this. You can actually use content-aware fill too, but I'm afraid it might not work as well as custom doing it. but it's worth a try. If you Google content aware fill, you can get a whole nother tutorial on how to use that to get rid of things. But anyway, that's one way of doing it. I mean, I'm not done yet. I think there's a piece of trash here too that could probably be edited out there and there, maybe, by using the clone stamp tool here. If you can't find a tool, sometimes you can just go to help. Yeah, but I would just add in some extra elements, add in some other things that you enjoy maybe, and think about putting it in some sort of shape. Like I said, the coffee mug is just one example, but you could have it as an open book and put pages on the book maybe, put a clipping mask on the pages, and just put this on the book image, just to kind of encase, so that you're really showing off that this is Photoshop. It's not, it's kind of surrealistic. It's not necessarily like a landscape with me in it, but it's a landscape with me in it inside of a book or something. So anyway, we'll talk to you soon.